Alright guys, this is John when we did Tractor Works at 5 Junction, and we are back out here on a job. This is going to be very familiar to y'all. We've been out here several times and got a couple of videos of this particular customer. They have been a fantastic customer. We're over here, we're going to do some more work for them, some landscaping work for them, and I'm going to show y'all what we're going to do. And also I'm going to give y'all an update of what we have done. This will be the first time we get to take a look at it that we did last year for them. So it's a little over a year old, and you see how that turned out. So, yeah, so let's get started on this. We got the Massey out here to do this job, so we're going to be doing all this with the Massey. Okay, guys, so as you can see, they got this tree and it died. And so what we're going to do is we're going to cut it back. And we had them come mark the lines, and good thing we did because it's really, really close to the stump. We're going to take the root ripper and see if we can just dissect this thing and get the stump out. Now, it could be stump grinding, but the problem with stump grinding in Louisiana is two folds. One, it eventually will rot and leave a sinkhole. Or two, you just invite termites in. And then once the termites are done eating it, they move on to the next thing, which is usually your house. So you really don't want to grind stumps in Louisiana if at all possible. You would rather dig them up and remove them. So so that's what we're going to try to do. But we have a gas line here, and we have utility here. Okay, so if you remember the video we did with the concrete slabs that we pulled up last year was right here. All right, this was all concrete slabs, and we pulled them, we broke them up, we pulled them up, and it was just a big old mud hole. All right, and we came back in and we filled it in with dirt, and then we laid sod. And as you can see, it came out beautifully. They love it. It drains awesomely. You can see the grade. It tilts backwards and tilts that way. Perfectly. Beautiful grade. Problem is that they've always had a low spot right there. If you can see that box, that planter box has leading right here in the corner. Right there. A low spot all through there where there's tree and everything. Always. Ever since they've been out here, they've had that low spot. So what they want us to do now is come in and fill this in with dirt and then sod it out and get it all to drain, you know, that way and stop holding water. We're also going to move the planter boxes for them. We're going to move the planter boxes to over here. And it's the same thing here. The grass is a little high, but there is a divot right here all the way down, and it runs down and it just holds water. As you can see, it's a little bit higher here and high right there, but it's low right there. So we're going to kind of fill that in and level all that off, tilting everything this way, so it will all drain evenly. But the biggest thing is not to hold water right through here. It can get as much as 8 to 10 inches deep right here. This is a back alley area, so we are going to try to tilt it and work it out the yard that way. So that is what we're going to be doing. We're going to move the planters over there to the corner over here, and that closer to the house, and we're going to build a walkway. I'm going to show y'all the earthen walkway we built for them. I didn't do a video on this, but we built the earthen walkway for them already, and as you can see right through here. And what it was is they had some pavers, and in fact that was the pavers. So we pulled up the pavers and we laid them there so she could put her plants in on it, and we laid mulch down, and then we cut these planks, set these planks, and spike these planks all to the ground. So they kind of just float along with the mulch, and it's got a very good look, and they, of course, lit them up, and yeah, they love it. It actually come out really well. It's fairly firm, and so yeah. But what we're going to do now is we are going to break off from here, and we're going to build a walkway from right in here, and we're going to turn it right here and turn it and bring it to the growing area back there. So that when it's wet, she can get to her grow boxes and still handle her grow boxes and tend with them. So, but as you can hear the Massey running, it's warming up, and we got our mulch and that, and so yeah, we're going to get busy. I got the root ripper on the back, and I got the trenching bucket, and we're going to see about getting this knocked down. So, so let's get this video started. Alright guys, so here's the plan. Is I'm going to come in and I'm going to try to rip through here first, and then on this side. And then I can come in with the tractor from this angle and rip this side, and then we're going to try to pull it that way, keeping away from these lines. All right, guys, so I'm going to show you the, this is the ultimate thing for the Root Ripper. This shows just how efficient this tool is on a backhoe. If you look, that sucker is cut almost perfectly square. And we got nowhere near them lines. Now there's two things you got to worry about when you're digging next to lines. One is digging into the line itself. Okay, you don't want to do that. Of course, your equipment will break the line. That's a gas line. You don't want to break that. You know, that's a boom for the day. You know, it's a real blast to have one of them break on you. Okay, so, but the second thing you got to worry about is when you're digging up a stump, is that if any of the roots over the years have tangled themselves over or wrapped themselves around them lines. So when you start pulling and tugging on them, you're pulling on them lines, and you can easily break them lines. So let me go over here and show y'all what the root ball itself looks like on the back of the trailer here. Now again, granted, this has got some pretty small roots. There was a few, you know, decent sized ones, like that one right there. You know, we're talking about yay big around. But yeah, look at this cut. Look at this cut. You know, and I couldn't get square on with it because I only wanted to come from two different angles, and I really wanted to watch the lines. But literally, it cut the ground, everything, and just picked it right up. And then that's where the thumb come into play, is got to have a thumb. Lifted the sucker right off the hoe, as you've seen in the video, and I was able to back up and set it down in the trailer. And what I'll do is I'll drive up and then use my front end loader and push it forward. Got to have the Root Ripper. BXpanded Root Ripper, quick connect, thumb, man, makes this turn out a scary job. Was really concerned with this job because I had a feeling where the lines were. We actually thought about coming out yesterday and doing this, but the lines hadn't gotten marked yet, and I really just had a bad feeling. And I said, no, I'm gonna wait, and I'm glad I did, because that's really, really close. And normally with a stump, you know, you try to start working your way outwards and work your way in, and so it would have been a bad day for us. So thank God, you know, we waited. Always pay to call 811 before you start doing any digging at all. And what they did was they told her to mark, the homeowner, to mark where they wanted to dig. So she marked that white paint around the tree, and then they come in and showed their lines right where they're at, and showing, you know, hey, don't go nowhere near this, you know. And then they actually marked it was okay to dig within that white area. So that's what that says right here, okay to dig in that side of that white area. But here's our the gas line, here's utilities. And in different states, I'm pretty sure different places they're going to do it differently, but that's how they did it here. All right, guys, well, we got the dirt guy coming and with the dump truck, and as you can see, we got a very narrow, and I mean when I say narrow, my trailer barely fits through there. In a dump truck, we've got them in here before, but it's really tight. But our biggest problem is we need to get them back, and see, this is where they park. And the gentleman that is here, the customer, he already knows that his parking spot's going to be blocked, because we can only dump right about in here because of that right there. That is their overhead power coming in. And yeah, we don't get nowhere near that with the dump trucks. So that would cause a mess for both the homeowner and the guy in the dump truck. So pretty much it'll be right here, which is kind of good because it allows us to walk it and work it and get it up off the concrete without digging in and that and spreading it as we need it. But I'm gonna set up the camera and video when he comes in, us getting him in here, and so y'all can see just how tight of a fit it is and him dumping this dirt. All right, guys, so here he is, he's backing in, and as you can see, it's going to be a tight fit. I'll show you what I'm talking about. And here we go, 14 yards. That's it. She's clear. We'll sneak you out, and once you clear that corner, you can hit hard that way and take out the build the double driveway. It's gonna be much easier getting out than it is getting in. Plenty of room, plenty of room. All day.